Welcome back to another installment of Gacha, Rewards or Deadlines, where I bring all of the limited time rewards in my Gacha games into one video. Today, we'll be focusing on the 3 newest deadlines, including the worst made Gacha event of all time. The last time this event ran was actually the catalyst for me finally making this very series. Its return is quite unwelcome, but fitting for the heart of my content. Here are all of the current deadlines for Genshin, Zenless, and Wuthering Waves. Enjoy. Let's begin with the problem child, Wuthering Waves. Wuwa is currently running Shorekeeper for 12 more days alongside our character trial. Over in the event tab, our first 2 events are tied together with the main story, meaning you'll need to finish all of the main quest line to be able to do them, which can take you quite a while. Both of the events have 32 days remaining, which is plenty of time. Once you have them unlocked, it will take you less than an hour to fully complete both of them, granting you 740 Asterite and a free 4-star weapon of your choosing from a list of attack scaling weapons. One of these includes a Scale Up Pass section that I believe gives you access to an old event that expired a long time ago, meaning if you missed the Mount Firmament version of this event, you can do it now to collect those rewards. Don't quote me on that. Up next is the Door event. It is fully open now, so you can do the whole thing in one sitting. It has 12 days remaining, and it won't take you more than 30 minutes to complete the whole thing. This can be done either solo or in co-op. I'd suggest the co-op experience since it's actually kind of fun. There's a regular mode and then a red hard mode, but all of the good rewards like the 600 Asterite all come from the easier side of it. Next is the Parade of Stars running for 32 more days. This is the event that just refunds you for leveling aspects of your character. If you level up a Resonator, you receive a decent refund for Resonator XP spent. If you level up weapons, you get weapon XP back, and so on. We are also still running the daily check-in event for 32 more days. You'll need to log in a total of 7 days within the duration to receive 5 standard and 5 limited banner pulls. And finally, it's time to discuss the 2 newest events, one of them being the aforementioned worst event in Gacha. If you play Wuthering Waves and take nothing else from this video, at least absorb this section. Because the universe is a comedy, the worst event released on the same day is an event that is a perfect example of what a Gacha event should be. The first of the 2 is a data collecting minigame event. You'll start a challenge and then grapple around to pick up floating data points. It's pretty rail guided and easy. This event is available for 18 more days, but won't be fully open for another 4 days, meaning once it is fully available, you will have a total of 2 full weeks to stop by whenever you feel like it and do all of the challenges in one sitting in under 15 minutes to get all of the rewards. A truly perfect event to slap on 400 Asterite and some other goodies and then throw it at the player base on any random day. Well done, Wuwa. And then, hand in hand with this event comes the ugly Wuthering Exploration event. I'm kind of happy to see that there isn't any Asterite in the rewards this time, but these rewards are still really nice. I mean, they're the highest tier enhanced materials. You need these when ascending characters, weapons, and even talents to their highest levels, and 30 of the gold tier goes a long way. It would absolutely suck to miss out on them. Now that we know what's at stake, let's discuss the issues. This event opened on a seemingly random day in October in the middle of a running banner. I guess the goal was to have it almost end at the same time as the current banner. When it opened, it had 14 days total on the timer, which is already among the shortest runtime of any Gacha event. The event is essentially a daily check-in event that has small challenges that need to be completed a total of 7 days within the 14-day total runtime. Now, already, that is asking the average player to log in 50% of the event's runtime. But unlike the other login event, which literally only requires you to open the app and still has over a month remaining, this event requires you to actually finish the challenge and claim the tokens. If you finish the challenge like you're supposed to, but then log off after doing your dailies without checking the event tab again, it will not count. You just missed a full day of the event. There is no catch-up mechanic if you fall behind, so once the timer reaches a certain day, it will become literally impossible to receive all of the rewards. But don't worry, you'll still be able to see them and wave goodbye to all those resources that you will now have to spend literal hours to obtain from killing the world mobs. This goes against the entire idea of Gacha events that always give you more than enough time, or they can be completed in a single day, or they'll at least put all of the good rewards in the first day or 2, with more of miscellaneous rewards being in the later days, so it's okay if you miss them, or some kind of combination of these that gives the average player a good shot of finishing it, or at least feeling like the event was fair and it was their own fault for not getting it. Instead, we got this garbage that can't even be completed by people that play 3 days a week, which should honestly be more than enough for a Gacha game. At the very least, Wuwa, if you aren't going to give us more time or a catch-up mechanic, have the decency to open this event on the release of a new banner, when the majority of players are flooding back to the game and will likely see it, rather than some random day in October. This is truly really frustrating to see, and it's obviously awful for the overall health of WoW because the sour taste it leaves in players' mouths. All of the other events have set a standard for how much time the average player expects to have to get on and play to get all of these rewards. Please, please, either fix this one or don't ever run it again. I'm not going to hold my breath though. This isn't the first time that they ran it with the exact same issues. But that's enough of my ranting. As of the release of this video, this event only has 12 days remaining, and it requires 7 total login and challenge completions, meaning the event ends on October 24th. So you will need to start the event by at least the 17th of October, where you will then need to not miss a single day or forget to claim the tokens at the end of the day in order to complete the entire event. And for the last part of Wuthering Waves, the Battle Pass has 31 days remaining. The Tower of Adversity, which is just a Spiral Abyss, resets tomorrow, so snag at least a pull or two from there before then. The point shop related to the tower has 19 days remaining. And the item exchange tab of the shop still has over a month remaining, so be sure to stop by and spend your osculated coral to receive 7 of each kind of banner pull. Moving on to Genshin. 5.1 is here and brought Act 2 of the main story and the newest character. We're currently running Shilonen and Shiori for 18 more days alongside their character trials for 40 total primos. The only currently running in-game event is here for 9 more days, but won't be fully open for another 2 days. It's pretty quick to do, just teleport to the different challenges and use the trial characters it gives you to attack the bug. It helps if you pick up some flower things around. These will allow you to use the net gadget specific to the event to do more damage to the bug or something like that. All in all, I didn't really know what I was doing, and it only took me like 5 minutes to complete the first 3 stages of this. Again, this one has 9 more days remaining, and it's going to have like 400 primos in it. Then still in the event section, we have 3 tabs that are dedicated to current deadlines for bonus rewards. The content each of them are referring to is permanent, but they are giving out bonus primos if you do them within the time limit. The goal here is obviously to incentivize players to stay caught up in the latest updates rather than playing at their own pace. The first and the newest one is 400 available primos for those that up their exploration in Natlan and complete a specific world quest within the next 80 days. Lots of time. The next one is related to Act 2 of the Archon quest, so you will need to be fully caught up in Genshin's main story to get that bonus 500 primogems. This one has 39 days remaining, and it does count if you skip ahead to the latest Archon quest. If you skip ahead from an older Archon quest, you will still be able to do the older ones whenever you feel like it. It basically just opens up a second quest line that can be done out of order. The final of the 3 wants you to do the Children of Echoes Tribal Chronicle quest within the next 17 days to receive 60 primos and some extra resources that Shilonen will want. This one is indicated on the map as a pink marker along with a Chronicle quest for the other 2 tribes. The Battle Pass just reset with 5.1's release and has 37 days remaining. Even if you don't care about the Battle Pass, there's 60 free primos that you can get in there for just leveling up 5-star artifacts, which is something you need to be doing anyway. The Spiral Abyss only has 4 days left if you want to stop in there and get some primos. This means that the theater has 19 days left since it alternates every 2 weeks from the Abyss. Also, the Paimon's bargain tab of the shop resets alongside the theater, so you also have 19 days to stop by and spend your Stardust for 5 limited and 5 standard banner pulls. And then let's move on to Zenless. Zenless is currently running Caesar King for only 4 more days. Her banner will be ending on the 16th of October alongside her character trial for 20 polychrome. I absolutely adore her character. Before you're sure that you want to skip her, make sure you play through chapter 4 of the main story to get to know the characters. It was a great story, and it showcases Caesar and Bernice's characters, which Bernice will be the banner that opens right after Caesar in 4 days, so you'll want to play it for her anyway. And another reason to do chapter 4 is that the major Cheesetopia event requires it before you can access it. This event contains over 1,300 polychrome, a hamster cage pass, and Lucy, a free A-tier character. It still has 22 days remaining, so a lot of time, but again, you have to do chapter 4 before you can do it. Next is a check-in event that rewards you a free 10 pull so long as you log in a total of 7 different days within the next 22. You can't do it all in one day. The next event is the ambush node for the Shiyu defense, an event node that will be running for 24 more days along with 600 polychrome. It's basically the same thing as the Abyss. This arcade event ends tomorrow on the 13th of October. This event gave me an hour-long beating where I barely was able to obtain the 300 polychrome and 3 Bangbu pulls. Good luck if you still haven't done this one. And for the last event, stop by Howl's newsstand to solve some quick puzzles for an easy 300 polychrome and a name card. This one has 8 days remaining. The Zenless Battle Pass still has 22 days remaining on it. The critical node, aka the Spiral Abyss, has 4 days left before its next reset. The logistics shop outside has 19 days left. Also sharing that 19-day timer is the signal shop. This is where you can go and buy your 5 limited and 5 standard banner pulls, so don't forget about that. And that is all for the deadlines. The last thing to mention is don't forget to do your weeklies. These reset every Monday morning for all 3 of the different games I mentioned. Your weeklies include doing your battle pass for each game if you care about them, the weekly bosses, so stuff like the Narwhal from Genshin. In Wuthering Waves, you have the data bank. Your first 15 boss kills will have increased chances of dropping their echoes per week. And Zenless, don't forget to run around and take pictures of cats for some little rewards, and then go do your Hollow Zero for some bonus polychrome. And then lastly, in Genshin, don't forget your bounties and requests. Thanks for listening this long. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.